Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're asking, is it all over for Centella asiatica? For years, Centella has been the go-to ingredient when it comes to calming and soothing, finding its way into just about every single Korean skincare product. But is that about to change in 2025? This year, a new ingredient has emerged on the skincare block, and it's called Ectoin. It's getting an awful lot of hype and attention online, and the studies into the use of Ectoin show it can outperform Centella asiatica when it comes to calming, soothing, and restoring the barrier function of the skin. So, what's the truth? Should we all be using Ectoin in our skincare routine? Sit back, relax, and let's find out. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my own hot take when it comes to Ectoin, an ingredient that I've been using in my own routine for the past 6 to 12 months. However, I'd love to know what your thoughts and opinions are. Having watched the video, what's your take? Are you going to stick with Centella asiatica, or are you tempted to move over to Ectoin? Maybe you prefer a combination of the two. Sound off in the comments section below and let me know. My favourite time of every single day is to sit down with a big mug of tea and reply to each and every one of your questions, so just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to get the message out there loud and clear when it comes to Ectoin, because I think increasingly it's going to be seen as the go-to calming and soothing ingredient, and I want everyone to know how to make the right decision when it comes to their own skin's needs. If you get the chance, if you could reach down and give the video a big thumbs up and a like, this will really help me to achieve this, because the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, love to each and every one of you. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, Ectoin, as an ingredient, it hasn't been around as long as Centella asiatica, which has been used in skincare for decades. However, it's getting a lot of hype based on a number of studies which show just how effective it can be. Ectoin is actually an amino acid derivative that was it was discovered through the application of a little bit of wise thinking. That's because Ectoin is found in larger quantities in organisms and animals that live in stressful conditions. High temperatures, high levels of acidity. They use the Ectoin as one of the protection mechanisms against these external stressors. And so the theory was, if we can take that, harness it, and apply it to our skincare, then that'll deliver the same results. Less stress, calming, soothing, and protection too. Of course, they tried this, they tested it, and it worked. Ectoin is actually clinically proven now to reduce the amount of stress-related damage in the skin, to boost the condition of the skin barrier function, and to hydrate, calm, and soothe at the same time. It really is a wonderful ingredient, but should we be ditching our Centella asiatica, which has a lot of the same benefits, and moving to it, or should we stick with what we know? Well, for me, Ectoin was something I experimented with, like I say, around 6 to 12 months ago, and I actually started using the Dr. Sam Flawless Intense Moisturizer, which is one of the first products that actually contained Ectoin in a meaningful concentration. I'm going to say I've got some really wonderful results, and I think the results far outpaced what you could get from Centella asiatica, which is why, for me, I made the switch. Now, what I have learned through reading some of these studies is it doesn't have to be an either or. You can absolutely continue to use your Centella asiatica alongside Ectoin, but if you're looking to streamline, for me at least, based on my own experiences, Ectoin just delivered a little bit more. It definitely helps to calm and soothe the skin. It'll really take away any inflammation or sensitivity that you have. You can also definitely see the protective benefits that it brings. My skin barrier is generally in pretty good health, but if I overdo it with certain actives, or maybe I get too much sun, it can start to appear a bit impaired. That's where you get that flaking, the sensitivity, the irritation. And I find that Ectoin reverses that, heals the skin barrier far quicker than Centella asiatica ever was able to do. And I think that for me was the biggest difference, and why personally I decided to make the switch. Now, because it's super popular online, generally speaking, products that contain Ectoin will command a slightly higher price point, but actually that doesn't need to be the case. There's some really good affordable options on the market, and in a minute I'm going to share with you what I think are the very best Ectoin containing moisturizers. It is also worth noting concentration, like with anything in skincare, is key. You want to reach for a known concentration of Ectoin, which these studies show is proven to work best in a 1 to 3% concentration. That's the sweet spot where you get the very maximum results without overdoing it. If a brand says that it contains Ectoin but won't give you that percentage, stay clear of them, because generally speaking that means there's an insignificant amount in there and they're trying to hide it. 1 to 3% is key, so look for brands that are transparent and actually advertise their concentration, which is what I'm going to share with you today. So my first recommendation is the one that I started with on this Ectoin journey, and it's the Dr. Sam flawless moisturizer. This is just Ectoin overload because it doesn't just require that Ectoin to deliver that amazing barrier supporting anti-inflammatory results. It's got so much alongside it. You've got a plethora of different ceramides. You've got calming and soothing humectants. You've also got a great blend of antioxidants here too, and some great moisturizers to just seal in all that hydration. This is a powerhouse serum, and whilst it is the most expensive of the recommendations I'm going to make today, I wanted to start with this because I think for people that have really impaired barrier function, they're struggling to get on top of their dryness, sensitivity, and irritation, this is the one that I would go for. It really does pack a punch. It's slightly thicker in terms of its consistency, but it didn't break me out. I have super acne prone skin and this didn't break me out. And it also didn't feel too heavy either after it had sunk into the skin. This is the quickest acting of all of the Ectoin products that I've ever tried. And I think this is testament to, if you can pay a little bit more, you get a whole lot more in terms of this formula. However, if you're looking to do your Ectoin on a budget though, don't worry, because as always, I've got you covered. A great budget-friendly option, which still is phenomenal, is this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Hydration Station. I love this moisturizer. First and foremost, because it's so much lighter than the Dr. Sam one. So if, like me, you have super oily and acne prone skin and you want a lightweight moisturizer, this will be your summer dream go-to. It also has that required dose of Ectoin at a 1% concentration, alongside other humectants and moisturizers to really lock in the hydration and smooth everything out. The Ectoin in here is definitely one of the standout ingredients, but it's not the only one. The blend of hydrators and humectants they use really will give you that lightweight hydration that I think we all crave, particularly in the warmer summer months, and again is super friendly to acne prone skin. This has never broke me out and just sits beautifully. Even if you want to put makeup on top of it, it's like a great base for everything you want to follow on with. I absolutely love this. Geek and Gorgeous is one of my favorite skincare brands, and I'm here to say, if you want to do your Ectoin on a budget, don't feel that you have to compromise. The Geek and Gorgeous Hydration Station is a powerhouse product that has that declared amount of Ectoin in. Love the transparency, and yeah, for me, is just a wonderful option. Now, if you want to try something truly special, and the product that I think is driving an awful lot of the Ectoin craze online, you could give the facetheory Ectoin Barrier Building Milk a try. This isn't a moisturizer, it's actually a hydrating milky serum. Beautiful in terms of its texture, impossibly lightweight, and actually has the highest concentration of Ectoin that I've been able to find on the market. So if you want to just dial it up when it comes to your Ectoin fix, this is the product for you. 3% concentration, which is really going to deliver you maximum results, and so many other calming and soothing ingredients alongside it. I love this, and I love the fact that we now have a serum that contains Ectoin. Not everyone wants a moisturizer to add to their skincare routine. For me, again, I'm super oily and acne prone. I tend to skip moisturizers on those really warm days. So this is a nice way of getting that Ectoin fix without needing a heavy duty moisturizer. It's beautiful, it's lightweight, and because of the high concentration of Ectoin, this is going to help repair your skin barrier function like no other product. I have been a little bit disappointed with some of the recent launches from facetheory, but this has knocked it out of the park, and I think this could really put facetheory as a brand back on the skincare map. It's getting all the chatter online, and I think deservedly so. Just so affordable, such a nice concentration of that key ingredient, and nice to have that rich, milky serum emulsion alternative to the moisturizers that traditionally we found our Ectoin in. Whichever one of these products you go for, I genuinely believe Ectoin could be a game changer for people with sensitive, dry, and barrier impaired skin. It's something that I like to keep in my skincare routine to kind of protect the skin against future irritation. I'm not somebody that has particularly sensitive skin, but I find when I use Ectoin consistently, morning and evening in my skincare routine, it just defends and wards off any potential sensitivity and irritation down the line. Prevention, always better than the cure, and that for me is why I'm increasingly using Ectoin as a daily treat in my skincare routine. Do I think it's over for Centella asiatica? Absolutely not. Still a wonderful, calming and soothing ingredient, but if you really want to get on top of your irritation, I think Ectoin is where it's at. Let me know your thoughts, feelings and opinions down in the comments section below, wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.